I support all of these remarkable men and women whom you've heard from on this planet, on this platform, on this planet as well, and on this platform who are running for office. And they're running in the spirit of the kind of political philosophy that Bill Deblasio has put into the game. For him to stand up in the first instance and say, my concern and my commitment is to the disenfranchised peoples of New York City. My commitment is for the poor. My commitment is for the undocumented workers, for the immigrants in our city. My candidacy is to be able to run a city that will give a fair shot to workers at all levels of the spectrum, and to talk about making housing 200,000 affordable units of housing for the people of New York. And on the very first day, he stepped down and he said, yes, I'm going to tax the rich. You better believe it. I want to tax the rich, but let me tell you why I'm going to tax the rich. I want to tax the rich so we can bring good education to our children. Not only the children in pre-K, but throughout the entire school system. Yes. We need to change the way politics is done and has been done in New York City. I stood with Bill Deblasio on many a platform throughout this campaign, in the churches of New York, in the street corners of New York, and I've watched the enthusiasm for our community grow, event after event. And now just 4 short days from now, we will have a chance to make history. The only thing that can possibly defeat us on November the 5th, Tuesday, is if we do not turn out a huge vote. If we do not turn out all of our neighbors and all of our friends to meet their community and their personal responsibility to make sure we all get to the ballot box and vote for Bill Deblasio. During his run as mayor, many of us are going to have a lot of things we're going to be asking of him. Not things that he didn't promise, it's things that he said he wanted to do. We're looking to enrich the culture in the city. Not just make it the culture for the elite. Not just fixing Madison Square Garden, fixing Carnegie Hall, fixing Walmart, like we should do. We're also talking about the culture of the people. What happens to the culture of the great diversity and the mosaic that makes up the city? Where is their voice? Where is their music? Where is the song that tells us about who they are? And Bill Deblasio has committed himself to making sure that culture has a rich mix in the voice and the affairs of this city. I can't wait to jump into the fray and become part of that 4 years, and maybe even 8, or maybe even 12. I maintain that politically, when you got a good thing, don't get rid of it. Ladies and gentlemen, follow up.
West Siders.
I tried to think of a name first, but on the post, New Yorkers. Upper West Siders.
There you go.
No, liberals too soft. No, radicals. Time for radical folk. It gives me a great deal of pleasure. A great deal of pleasure to stand here with the privilege to not only introduce the next mayor of New York City, but also introduce the lady who stands with him, behind him, in front of him, and sometimes on top of him, to make sure that he does the right thing and stays on course. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to present our next mayor, Bill Deblasio.
Alright, that's enough for now.
Unwavering, literally unwavering. Doesn't matter what's been thrown at him. He has stood up for social justice. He has been a change agent. He is one of the people who helped make the civil rights movement what it was, and he's never stopped since. Let's thank him for all he has done for this city and this nation. Harry, 87 years, and you're just getting started, brother. Just getting started. Let me thank, we have a lot of wonderful people here today who are helping to make this rally so powerful. I want to thank our wonderful MC, Linda Rosenthal, our soon-to-be, I'm so excited about the notion of a Manhattan Borough President who stands for what Gail Brewer stands for. Let's thank her for all she has done. We're going to have an extraordinary public advocate. I know something about the job, I can tell you. She will bring the spirit, the brains, the energy, the organizing skill. Tish James is going to be an extraordinary public advocate. We're going to have a comptroller who's going to keep us all honest. And you know, you want that watchdog, and Scott Springer's got it. He knows how to do it. He'll be a voice of conscience, and he represents our values. So just thank Scott Stringer. He's going to be a great controller. You'll be seeing Scott at various press conferences look kind of bleary-eyed, and that's because of his two children keeping him up at night, but that's okay. He'll still do a great job. A congressman who, I have to say this, I've said this many times about Jerry Nadler. He, to me, is the epitome of what a legislator is. He represents the values that I believe in, and I have seen him do extraordinary things in the face of adversity in Washington, D.C. He protects our rights every single day. Let's thank Jerry Nadler. Somewhere, I think towards the back of the crowd, a wayfaring passerby, Upper West Sider, just happened to go out shopping, but in his day job, he happens to be the extraordinary progressive Attorney General of the state of New York, Eric Schneiderman. I encouraged him to go shopping today and spend a lot of money to spur on the local economy. We'll be watching. I want to see receipts, Eric. I want to see some evidence. But the person I have to say I've had the honor right now of acknowledging an extraordinary group of people. But the person I like to acknowledge the best is the person I will acknowledge last. And let me say, as I do, I want to thank everyone who's here. Everyone who's helping to build this campaign for the final push. I want to thank all the great elected officials who are up here. An extraordinary group of progressive people who are all going to make a change in the city. But the person I like to acknowledge the best is a great writer, a great activist. Harry colorfully presented her role as the conscience in my life and the partner in all I do. It's true, sometimes she does use physical force to keep me on the right path. She may be small, but she's tough. But in this wonderful journey of this year, but in all the years before, I've had the greatest partner I could ever have asked for. And I can tell you one thing, she is going to be an extraordinary First Lady for the City of New York, Chirlane McCray. Now, and Wellesley graduate, the Wellesley faction is weighing in here. I make this really simple. It's a decisive moment for our city. After 20 years of Republicans in City Hall, 20 years of city governments that did not listen to the people of this city, that constantly misunderstood what could be done to bring us together and to move us forward in a progressive direction. We now have a chance to get it right. We have that chance in these next 4 days. So, you know, we all look at history. And we wish sometimes, we all have that feeling, wish we were there, wish we could have done something, wish we could have made a change. This is your chance to make a change right now. Throughout this campaign, I put forward a series of ideas. Yes, they are progressive. Yes, they are bold. And as we presented these ideas, we heard the constant voices saying what you can't do, telling us that it was too much. Well, I've said throughout this campaign, New Yorkers believe in big ideas, bold ideas, progressive ideas that move us forward. New York has led the nation in making these kind of changes throughout our history. And it's no time to stop now. It is a bold idea to ask the wealthy to pay more so we can have full-day pre-K and after school for middle school kids, and it's the right idea. It is a bold idea to say no to this madness that says you can't have civil liberties and respect for individual rights. You can't have that at the same time as a safe society. Of course you can have a safe society. Of course you can have law and order while respecting the rights of the individual, while respecting our young men of color. The whole idea for that balance is in a document we call the United States Constitution, and we will stand by it. Of course we have to protect health care in our communities. We've lost a dozen hospitals in the Bloomberg years. Is that what a great city does? No! We have to protect health care at the local level. If health care is not accessible to people, if health care is not where they live, how can this be a great city? And so we're going to defend our health care. We're going to defend our community hospitals. We need our community hospitals. We don't need the luxury condos that so often replace them. And we need affordable housing for our people. And yes, I said 200,000 units. And yes, it's an ambitious number. But again, those bold ideas are what have made this city great. If we don't reach for the kind of numbers we need, if we don't say we are going to keep building affordable housing like never before so our people can live in their own neighborhoods, if we don't do that, we're not allowing New York City to continue to be what it has been historically, a place for everyone, a place that's worked because it's a place for everyone.
Yes!
So these are the things that we set out to do, and the people of this city have responded over and over again. They don't think any of these ideas are too bold. They don't think they're too ambitious. They think they're the right thing to do. And by the way, if the people believe we have what we need to achieve these changes, it's time to do it. And this is where you come in. 4 days to go. 4 days. Now, there can be no complacency. Doesn't matter what the polls say. As I like to say, reflecting upon the primary time, I'm an expert on never believing the polls. It doesn't matter what the polls say. It matters what the people do. We knew during the primary, weeks and weeks and weeks before it ever showed up in the polls, we knew what was happening. We could feel it among the people. We now need to make sure in these next 4 days that you, as leaders, as activists, give that charge, that energy to the people, that these changes can and must be made.
Yes.
They need to hear it from you. They need to hear it from you as members of their families, as their friends, as their neighbors, as their coworkers. They need to hear that passion and energy. And if they hear it, they'll go tell others. And they'll tell others, and they'll tell others. And that is how we change this city. When the people believe in the change, when the people demand the change. So on Election Day, on Tuesday, we need a turnout. A strong turnout that amplifies these ideas, that puts wind in the sails, that gives us the momentum to move forward. And the people gathered here today have the ability to make the difference, to bring out people like never before. Yes, as Scott said, I like that point about Texas has oil, Upper West Side has votes. That's pretty catchy. No one votes more and with more passion than the people of this community. One of the most engaging things I did in this campaign was spend time outside this subway and outside the subway at 96th Street, because you instantly had a crowd of dozens and dozens of people, and each of them had a very detailed policy question. That's the Upper West Side I love. And that's the Upper West Side that wants change and will do something about it. So my dear friends, it's been a long, long journey. As I look around today, I see so many people who made this possible. And Shalane and I know this. We started with a set of ideas. We started with a small group of people, and more gathered around, and more gathered around, and people took ownership. And that's why this campaign has succeeded, because people made it their own. 4 more days. Make it your own. Bring it home strong. Get out the vote, and let's make New York City a place for everyone. Again, God bless you and thank you.